10 weird differences in driving in Australia compared to Sri Lanka. Driving in Australia can feel like you have entered a completely new universe, not just because of the roads, but because of the rules, discipline, and even the attitude of drivers. In this video, I will share 10 weird differences in driving in Australia compared to Sri Lanka, things that might surprise you, make you laugh, or make you think, wow, that would never work back home. If you have recently migrated, visited, or are planning to come to Australia, this will help you understand how different road culture can be. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and comment if you have ever experienced these differences yourself. I would love to hear your stories. Alright, let's roll. Number 1. Silence on the roads. No honking culture. In Sri Lanka, honking is like saying hello, move, watch out, and I'm bored all in one. It's practically part of the rhythm of driving, but in Australia, people barely use the horn. Here, honking is considered rude unless there is a real emergency. You can drive 50 kilometers without hearing a single beep. The first few days, it feels like everyone's car horn is broken, but no, they just don't use it. It's peaceful, but for new Sri Lankan drivers, it can feel too quiet, like you are missing background music. Alright, number 2. Pedestrians rule the roads. In Sri Lanka, if you see a pedestrian waiting to cross, you might slow down slightly or you might not. But in Australia, it's completely different. Pedestrians have full priority, especially at zebra crossings. The moment someone steps near the crossing, every car stops. Even if you think they might cross, you stop. That's how strict it is. And if you don't, not only will other drivers give you an angry look, but you will probably end up with a fine. This level of respect is admirable, but to a Sri Lankan driver, it's like a shock therapy of politeness. Number 3. Indicators actually mean something. You know, in Sri Lanka, indicators are sometimes optional decorations. In Australia, indicators are sacred. You must use them when turning, changing lanes, or even entering a roundabout. If you forget to signal, people will genuinely get upset, and the police might even fine you. Australians believe that indicators are about communication and safety, not just flashing lights. So if you are driving here, remember that little lever on the steering column is not for show. Number 4. Roundabouts are everywhere and they have rules. Roundabouts in Australia can confuse newcomers. In Sri Lanka, a roundabout is often a test of courage. Who dares to go first? But in Australia, there is a strict rule. Give way to a right. Everyone follows it like religion. No honking, no racing, just patience. It's smooth and surprisingly calm. Once you get used to it, you will start appreciating how organized it feels. Back home, it's like whoever blinks first loses. Here, it's after you mate, a completely different vibe. Then number 5. Speed limits are sacred, not suggestions. In Sri Lanka, 50 kilometers per hour sometimes means somewhere between 40 and 70. But in Australia, speed limits are not suggestions, they are absolute rules. Cameras are everywhere, fixed ones, mobile ones, even hidden ones inside parked vans. If you go just 3 kilometers per hour over the limit, you can get fined. Australians take speed safety seriously, and that's one big reason why roads are safer. In Sri Lanka, people might say, "We are late, go faster." In Australia, they will say, "We are late, but don't risk a $300 Australian fine." Then number 6. Parking rules are a maze. Parking in Australia can be more complicated than your university exam. There are signs everywhere: 1p, 2p, no stopping, clear way, permit zone, and if you misread one, say goodbye to your money. In Sri Lanka, parking can be creative. You might even park outside a bakery if there is space. But in Australia, parking inspectors are like ninjas. They appear out of nowhere, write a ticket, and vanish. It's safe and more organized, but for new migrants, it's confusing until you learn the signs. Alright, number 7. Lane discipline is like an unwritten promise. In Australia, everyone sticks to their lane. You really see zigzag driving, overtaking from the wrong side, or motorcycles squeezing through gaps. People follow road markings and stay consistent. It's all about safety and mutual respect. In Sri Lanka, we often drive with emotion. If there is a space, we go. If someone is slow, we overtake creatively. But in Australia, the roads look like choreography. Everyone moves together in perfect order. It feels strange at first, but it's actually very satisfying. Okay, number 8. No police chases or deals on the spot. In Sri Lanka, sometimes if you break a small rule, you can talk your way out of it. But in Australia, there is no such thing. The law is the law. Everyone follows the same system. Police are polite but firm. If you are caught speeding, no excuses, no please sir. They scan your number plate, issue a fine, and that's it. At first, it feels too strict, but it actually builds trust in the system. Everyone is equal on the road, whether you drive a small car or luxury one. Then number 9. Left lane is for driving, right lane is for overtaking only. Here's one of the most confusing differences for Sri Lankans. In Australia, the left lane is your normal driving lane and the right lane is for overtaking only. If you stay on the right lane for too long without overtaking, you can get fined. It's designed to keep traffic smooth and prevent road rage. In Sri Lanka, the right lane is more like the fast people's lane, but in Australia, it's privilege you use carefully, not permanently. Alright, number 10. Driving attitude: calm, courteous, and surprisingly patient. Perhaps the biggest difference is not about the road but about the people. Australian drivers are generally calm. You really see road rangers shout in matches. If you accidentally make a small mistake, most drivers will just let it go. Some even wave their hand to say it's okay. That kind of patience can feel unbelievable to someone used to Sri Lankan traffic chaos. Driving in Australia teaches you that being calm saves not just your time but your sanity too. This one, weather and wildlife surprises. And let's not forget one more unique part: wildlife. In Sri Lanka, your biggest road surprise might be a cow or a dog. In Australia, you might meet a kangaroo hopping across the road at 6 am. Road signs even warn you about koalas, wombats, and emus, so here you don't just drive carefully for humans, you also watch out for kangaroos on highways. That's one difference you definitely don't expect when you first drive. Now, why these differences matter? These differences might seem small, but together they shape the entire driving experience. Australia's driving system focuses on discipline, fairness, and safety, while Sri Lanka's system reflects flexibility, quick decision making, and adaptability. When you combine the two, you get a driver who is both careful and smart. So, for Sri Lankans living or planning to move to Australia, understanding these road habits early can make your life here smoother and much less stressful. Driving in Australia isn't difficult, it's just different. Once you adjust, you will start enjoying it. You will appreciate the peace, the clear rules, and that rare feeling of trust between drivers. So next time you're behind the wheel, take a deep breath, follow the sign, and enjoy the ride. Even if a kangaroo decides to say hello. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment if you have experienced these differences yourself or have a funny story to share. I will be reading your comments, so let's keep the conversation going.